Welcome in, everybody. NSD Undead here. We are going to do a showcase on the Mad Hatter, and we will see if he's useful in different parts of the game and how he's going to be useful for everybody. So I will go over his build real quick and then his kit. I got him in 4-piece Merciless and 4-piece Relentless. It is more of an endgame build. 320 speed's pretty fast, 400 accuracy. That is pretty good. For his kit, we got an A1 that attacks twice. Each hit has up to a 50% chance of stealing a random debuff, and each hit also has up to a 100% chance of applying a debuff spread effect, taking one random debuff from the target and placing it on all enemies under Hex. That's actually very sneaky good in Hydra. Got an AoE here on his A2 with a 100% chance of a Hex and weaken when booked. And then also brings in your highest crit damage ally, and they do 10% more damage for each debuff on the target. And it's on a 3-turn cooldown. It's a very strong skill. A3 increases all duration of all buffs on all allies and decreases all debuffs on all allies by one turn, which is nice. Little pseudo cleanse and increasing your buffs. And then also fills turn meter by 20% on top of it. His passive, every 10 turns an ally takes, heals all allies by 20% of their max HP. That's a pretty chunky heal. And then every 6 turns taken by enemies, that you get True Fear. Not going to come as useful, but not a bad little cherry on top. And then only can apply for if you have one. If you have multiple of them, only one of them applies. Then he also has a accuracy in all battles. These are the masteries I decided to get. Master Hexer as the main, Cycle of Magic, trying to get more of those skills. And then we want more turn meter, so he takes more turns. And then War Masters, just so he can add a little bit of damage. Alright, so now that we have him in there, he's not going to do a lot of damage. He's not built for damage, obviously. But what I wanted to show you is what you can help do in for damage dealers. So we're going to bring in these two. And then we'll bring in Mad Hatter, and then we're going to just bring in Skull Crown as a good example because she has a AoE on her A1. So we'll put that in there, and then we actually want Lydia to go first. Give me 1 second here. Yeah. So we're going to switch her out for him to be faster. And then we'll switch out, what's Lydia's speed at? Okay. Do we have, what's his speed at? I don't think I have anybody faster than him. That does decrease defense and weaken. So let's change that real quick. Champions. Lydia. So we just need a bunch of speed. Which my highest speed gear? That's fine. 310. Okay. Where's some good gear here? There we go. Perfect. So now we have 327. Okay, we're faster. Okay, sorry about that. Back at it. So now we got increased attack. Why is he faster? Oh, that's why. Helps if I put the right champion in, huh, guys? Helps if I put the right champion in. Don't mind me. Okay, back at it. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Alright, so now we can apply Hex, Weaken, and then also she joins in. Right, so then now she can go again, and we could see the power of what that's going to bring into a lot of content, in my opinion, is that he's going to just be able to keep doing that. And then he also is increasing buffs and bringing a lot of utility to the team. and also helping your main damage dealers do more damage, right? So let's do this again. We will wait for his AoE anyways. Let's see. We're gonna check the damage with the debuff stuff. So we got a bunch of debuffs on him. Okay. Okay, let's see what Skullcrown's damage is here. 90's kind of hard to see. But then 60, 58, 61. You see how much damage he just added to her because of that skill? It's pretty powerful. So that's the power of Hatter, in my opinion, and not just for damage. So we can also, I think he's also going to be good for the dungeon as well, the event dungeon, because he also can bring in, again, he can help you maintain control in this fight and still bring a lot of utility in. So we'll do the same kind of team here. Lydia's not a good option though. I'll do Skullcrown again though. And then is my Ugo built? Ugo's a good complementary to him because he brings a decreased defense. Is built slow. So let's do the Ugo real quick. I'll do priority speed. Fastest speed gear I got. Sure, that's fine. And then we'll take off the boot stuff and just put on whatever gear to get him fast enough. We are close, but not quite there. So let's go back to here. Speed. So let's try to get a set bonus in here. So we're losing 6 there. We're gaining 5 speed now. What do we got? 308. We don't have a lot of good set pieces here to work with here. What about equipped? Make this easy. There we go. 321. I think that might be enough. But just in case, we'll throw this on. Okay. Let's just do this team. We might not have increased attack, which is okay. Let's try this out. So we got the decreased defense and weaken. There's the weaken, there's the decreased defense. So I mean, if we had like, there we go. We just killed all the enemies and got to get around to where everybody could just keep taking turns and wiped stage 20 with no real issues here. And I could show you the build on Skullcrown, but just the power of bringing in pretty much him being a pseudo damage dealer because he brings in the highest crit damage is a very powerful skill. It kind of has like a T-Ox vibe to it and works really strong. So we don't need that. Let's go show you Skullcrown's build real quick. So she's in Slayer. Definitely not the best stats though. I mean, they're all right, but definitely not the best. So, and he's just helping push through like it's nothing. But that's in the dungeons. That's how much what his utility can bring. I don't think he brings crazy amount of utility in PvP, but we'll try him out in there. So let's try him against this team. And then let's just throw Karakmar in there. And then we'll throw the Hatter in here. I'm not sure what. Yeah, it's still fast enough. Okay, so let's try this team out. So we'll lock him out. Then let's attack the Mithrala. I mean, I think the key thing for like this kind of stuff is to bring somebody with a powerful A1, right? And if you can do that, it makes it 10 times better, because then he can drag him in and you can hopefully kill somebody right away or do what you need to do quick. But I guess he still brings some good value into that. I mean, there might be some play with him in that regard. He could help you get around UDKs and stuff like that. But you also have a chance of getting polymorph with his weaken and decreased defense. Or, I mean, weaken and hex. So, you gotta be careful with that. I got a clan Hydra team that I'm working on. It's not fully done yet, but this is my concept here so far. We're going to try him out in this and see how he does. We'll go to around about turn 20 and see how he kind of performs. And then, obviously, I think he can perform a lot better in a more endgame build. I think he can perform well in those as well. But I wanted to show him in more of a reasonable team as well. So you got the weaken up, the hex on everybody. He's dragged somebody in to do damage. Now he's cleansing and increasing buffs and debuffs. And we'll click this head so we don't have to worry about cleanses here. He got an extra turn because of the gear. And then, look, back into bringing somebody in. He just helped kill a head, is pretty much what that comes down to. And then he's bringing so much utility, too. He's going to bring in a lot of healing, because on these fights, usually, depending on what your speed is, you're doing a lot of turns. Like, that was just him healing everybody. There's nobody else that heals except for Ugo in this team. And it might end up being enough as long as you can control the heads correctly. So, I just think he's bringing a lot to the table here. And then, let's see if he A1s. So, he A1 there, but that had already had everything it needed on it. But if not, it would have spread everybody's stuff to every hex champion, which is pretty good, actually. So, let's do this. I want to try that out and show you what that actually can do for you. Slow everybody down. So we're not going to use that. Watch this. We just got HP burn on almost everybody because of him. The only reason why he didn't get it is because the hex wasn't on him. So doing that throughout the match as well is going to bring a lot of utility. Just keeping debuffs up, especially in Hydra, because you're constantly cycling through heads anyways. And then you just bring in other extra people in, bringing them extra damage. So, I mean, he just put decreased speed on everybody because of that. So I think he's going to be pretty powerful here. I'm going to try him in some more endgame builds and some endgame teams to see how he plays out. I am curious, but I also wanted to show him in a more of a relatable team. So, but this is what he's kind of bringing into this team. More to come with this team. I'm going to work it out a little bit more, but it's definitely a curious team to me, and I think it might be able to work pretty well. But I believe that is all for Mad Hatter. I think he's going to be a very useful champion for majority of players, especially in Hydra at the very least. He might be able to play in Chimera pretty well. And outside of that, guys, I think that's about it for him. Let me know your what you think. Drop a comment below. Please like and subscribe if you like this content, and we'll be continuing to make more. But that's it, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.